welcome back to my channel for another Halloween look. Today I did this skull look as the second video in my Halloween series. It's very simple, very easy, literally anyone could do this. So yeah, this is a very basic and simple skull to do. Obviously there are skulls where you can go into more detail. Since this is the second time I attempted a skull, I didn't go into, you know, all the detail, the extra highlighting and the extra shadowing. So it's very simple, easy to follow, and I am doing this as a voiceover so it could go by a little bit quicker. So I'm going to stop talking and we're going to jump straight into this voiceover. And the next video I have will be a little bit of a break from Halloween tutorials, but then we'll get right back to it because I have another video planned for you guys that I cannot wait for you guys to see it. So let's get started. Let's transform into a skull. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Neutrogena Shine Control Face Primer, and I'm going to prime my face using this because skulls are matte and not shiny, so I want to make sure my face is matte all night long. And this product is very affordable, which is also great. For my foundation, I'm using this Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation in 110 Porcelain, and it is obviously several shades lighter than my skin tone because skulls aren't tan, so go lighter. I did not have a white face paint or anything. You can use that as well if you want a more white look, but I'm tan enough that this porcelain foundation worked just fine for me. And I'm blending this out using this Moda brush. I don't remember the exact brush number. It's like 804 or something. Now for concealer, I'm using this Hard Candy Glamoflauge concealer in the shade Light, and I'll be applying this to my under eyes, my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my cupid's bow, just like I usually highlight my face. To blend this out, I'm using the Sephora brush in number 56. Now I'm setting all that foundation and concealer with this Airspun loose translucent powder, just like always, and I am using none other than my big fluffy e.l.f. powder brush. Now I'm taking this Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Crayon in soft brown, and I'm going to kind of use this as a little, I guess you can say, a contour to really sharpen up that bone so it looks more skull-like. And I'm taking it from the top of my ears and kind of drawing it more straight to my mouth instead of at an angle, and then kind of curving it out as I get closer to my mouth so it has that skull-like appearance. And this is just lightly for a guide. I'm taking the color Mocha from my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette on my Sigma E40 brush, and I'm using this color to diffuse that line that we made earlier, but I'm being careful not to go above that line because I want to try to keep the top of it as sharp as I can, and I'm just diffusing underneath that line. Now I'm using the color Abyss on my EcoTools large eye brush, and I am applying this all over my eyelids, all the way up to my brow bone, just creating this giant circle of black around my eyes. I am doing this because I am creating that really deep skull-like eye socket. Using the same exact brush and the same shadow, I am just running this really messily underneath my lower lash line, kind of bringing it down a lot. And it's okay to be messy, and it is actually going up the sides of my nose just a little bit. Going in with this NYX liquid black liner, I'm going to start on my nose, and I'm making 3 dots, one in the very center, one on each side, with one dot being a little bit higher up the bridge of my nose than the other one, just to kind of create that center missing nose bone thing that skulls have. And then I'm just rounding it out at the bottom and then filling it all in with this black liner. Now, using the small precise brush from Eco Tools, I'm making a frowny face, and I'm taking the color Mocha and just kind of tracing those lines so I kind of get more of a skull-like effect. And then I will go back later and blend this out so you can't really tell it's there, and it looks more like a shadow instead of a line. I am using the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to diffuse these 2 lines, and I also will kind of drag the color into my eyebrows just a little bit to diffuse them as much as I can. Going back in with my Sigma E40 brush, I'm taking the color Mocha again, and I'm just running this along the high points of my forehead, and just to kind of continue to give it more of that bone-like structure for our skull. Now I'm going in with this Maybelline Define Align pencil in Ebony Black, and I am going to be tightlining my eyes as well as filling in my waterline with this. I am going in and making sure that you cannot see my skin at all, like any of the flesh or anything around my eyes. I want to make sure it's completely covered in black. Now it's time for our lashes. I am taking these lashes from House of Lashes, and they are in the style Dollface, and I am just going to apply, the thin strip of glue, let the glue get tacky, and then pop them on my upper lashes. Now I'm going to go back in with that same NYX liquid black liner, and I'm going to draw lines extending from the edges of my mouth so I can start putting in our very simple teeth. And I want to start at the very center, and I'm going to draw a line up and down, and as I'm extending the line away from the center of my lips, I am lightly releasing the pressure so it kind of comes to a point, and then I'm just doing that all the way across the line on both sides to create the teeth. And like I said before, this is very, very simple. I mean, I'm not going into too much definition and shading while doing this. For the teeth outside of the lips, I'm kind of doing the same thing, but I'm making sure I don't go into, that dark brown shadow that we did on our cheeks, because, well, that's kind of where the bone ends on a skull, so we don't want to have the teeth go kind of where there's no bone for the teeth to attach. So making sure, you just don't have the lines going into that, but still keeping it thicker, closer to that center line, and thinning it out. And yes, my lines are a little bit messy, but that's okay. The very last thing we're going to do is we're going to set our face, and I'm using this Maybelline Master Fix setting spray and just spraying that all over, because skulls' faces, they don't really disappear throughout the night, so we got to make sure ours stay on as well. But other than that, that finishes up the entire look. I told you guys it was very simple and easy, and I hope you guys liked it. Be sure to tag me in any of your recreations, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Alright guys, bye!